What's going on, people? Well, I have been flooded in any video that I've done live, in some of the comment sections and non-relating videos on Facebook, on Killer Flicks, and my messages, everywhere. Everybody wants to know what my thoughts are on all this madness and bullshit that's going on with the Child's Play franchise right now. You've got Fuckhead. What's Fuckhead's name? Oh yeah, Don Mancini. Can you see where this video is going? Don Mancini, you have him who has basically the control of what we have known from the Child's Play franchise up to here, and he is continuing on his Child's Play franchise in form of a TV series that's going to be coming out, I believe, sometime this year on the USA Network, if I'm not correct, or if I'm not mistaken. And you have MGM, who holds the rights to the original Child's Play movie, who have now thrown a fucking wrench into the system of what Don Mancini and Universal is trying to do and said, hey guys, we're going to be doing our own version. We're going to be doing a reboot of the original Child's Play. They originally approached Don Mancini and I forget the guy's name, but one of the big producers who's in charge of what we have known the Child's Play series to become over at Universal, to have executive producer tags in this Child's Play reboot and also probably have a little bit of input here and there. And they turned it down. They refused it. They didn't want anything to do with it. They want to do their TV series, possibly do some more movies on straight-to-video and Netflix. They don't want anything to do with what MGM's doing. And with that comes the absence of Brad Dourif. Brad Dourif is going to be sticking with Don Mancini and Universal with the TV series and whatever else they do. And whatever they end up doing at MGM with this Child's Play remake, it's not going to have Brad Dourif in it. So people are wondering, what are my thoughts on that? And I might have a bit of a controversial opinion because pretty much universally everywhere I've seen people that are like, fuck this MGM remake. I'm with Don Mancini and Brad Dourif. Let's just see what they do with this TV series. And while I understand that, and while certain elements of me go that direction, certainly with the Brad Dourif side of things, I might be a little bit more interested in what MGM can do. And this is why. I am not a fan of what Don Mancini has done since he has had sole ownership and sole kind of creative control of what the story goes with the Child's Play series. Now, he's written all of the movies that I love, so I have to give respect for that. But since he has been the one in charge, and since he has taken it in his own direction, immediately we got Seed of Chucky, one of the worst fucking sequels in movies ever made. Hate it. Then he brings everybody back with Curse, and Curse was such a great return to form, while still having some issues here and there, mostly with the way that he directed the movie, honestly. The movie was a great return to form and a great kind of reset button to get this franchise back on track. Then we got Cult of Chucky. And it's one of my most popular videos on this fucking channel, so I'm sure you've all seen it. I was not a fan of it. I thought that he did all of the mistakes that he did with Seed, maybe not quite as many, but he just got everybody's trust back with Curse and then gave everybody the middle finger again and took it into all this weird-ass fucking directions that I did not want to see this franchise go. Now, maybe I'm the only one. It doesn't seem like it. It seems like it's very 50-50 with this movie. It's either people who really loved it or really fucking hated it. And so now I have zero trust in what Don Mancini is going to do with this franchise. Whether it's in the TV series or in another film, I have absolutely no trust in what this guy is doing until he brings out a movie that brings me back like Curse did, if he does at all. Aside from that, I have no faith in a Chucky TV series, period. Doesn't matter if Don Mancini was involved at all. This is a series that makes no sense to be in TV form. Maybe it'll be awesome and I'll eat my words, but as a Child's Play fanatic, just the concept of Chucky now being in an episodic series on any station that's probably not going to be able to go full rated R like the movies have been, I have no interest in that. I have no interest in that. Doesn't matter what the hell direction they're going with it. I have zero faith in it. So with that being said, even though it's going to hurt like hell to have a Chucky that is not voiced by Brad Dourif, because as much as I've said you can have another Freddy Krueger if you got a good enough actor, I don't necessarily say the same thing for Chucky, because Brad Dourif can voice him until the day he dies. He is not having to string up in makeup, he's not having to do stunts, he has to go into a room and speak into a microphone, and he can do that for years and years and years, so I do not want anybody but Brad Dourif voicing Chucky for the rest of his life. And MGM is not going to have that luxury because they don't like each other. MGM and the Universal crew don't like each other for understandable reasons, I guess. But so aside from that initial sting of knowing that Brad Dourif's voice is not going to be coming out of the doll's mouth, I'm more curious to see what a studio can do going back to the concept of the original Child's Play being a straightforward horror movie and a slasher, and having this new modern take on the story and the elements of Chucky and Child's Play than I do with anything that Don Mancini is doing right now. So apparently there's going to be some new like AI kind of spin on the story where maybe the AI just kind of goes loopy and that's what makes him a killer doll. And people are a little pissed off about that instead of having the classic storyline of the serial killer that, you know, puts his soul into the doll with voodoo. And I understand that. It's intriguing to a degree, and they might not even end up going that angle if they hear the fan outcry. To me, I don't know where you're going to go story-wise because the storyline of the Child's Play franchise has always been with the voodoo-centric stuff about Chucky trying to get his soul out of the doll now. So I don't know what angle you're going to have for sequels if the doll is just an AI that went, you know, haywire and is just killing people for the sake of killing people. And an AI can't get its essence and its soul out of the doll because it was never a person or a soul to begin with. So that is a little bit wonky. They say that it might have like a more of a Stranger Things approach where there's going to be a group of kids that have this doll instead of just this one kid named Andy. And that might be interesting. I mean, it's just, you never know with these remakes. It's very easy to say, don't ever remake that, and as soon as they say they're going to remake it, oh, it's going to suck. But if I'm being objective about it, there's quite a few movies that I like the remake more. I like the Texas Chainsaw remake more than the original. I like the Evil Dead remake more than the original. I like the Friday the 13th remake more than the original. So par for the course, as long as it's not shitty like the Nightmare on Elm Street one, this might be one where I look at it and I go, hey, it's not better than Child's Play 2, but I actually prefer some of the things they did. Who knows? Stranger things have happened, people. So those are my thoughts for the most part. Again, a lot of it's just big question marks. I'm not going to know how I'm going to feel about this movie. I might see the first trailer and say, fuck this. Where's that Don Mancini shit? Bring it here. Let's just go with that. Who knows? But just on paper, seeing these ideas in nothing but text form, Don Mancini doing a TV series, and MGM, who did the first movie, doing a complete reboot, I have a little bit more interest on the reboot just because of the possibilities it opens up and the zero faith that I have in Mancini or the concept of a TV series. So that's my thoughts, guys. I know you guys have been racking your brains. What does Cody think about this? Those are all the thoughts that I have right now. I'm sure that they will develop as the more that we see stuff coming out of this, I will probably update you guys just like I did the Halloween movie here and there. So Child's Play is my shit. I mean, right, very close second to Freddy. This is my franchise that I love and hold closest to my heart. So I'm very invested in this and very curious, but those are my thoughts. What are your guys' thoughts? Are you for the TV series and what Don Mancini is going to bring? Or are you curious what this reboot can do? Does no Brad Dourif mean you have zero interest regardless how good it is? Put all of your thoughts down below, guys, and we will talk about it. Please like and share this video. Hit that subscribe button if you're not already a subscriber. If you guys want to check out some social media links, down in the video description below, you must go. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Spreadshirt for cool t-shirts like this one, and my Patreon page. Great way to give back to this channel, help this channel grow and get cool exclusive content for your eyes only, like the ability to choose videos for me to do, like a review request, something like that, and access to Blu-ray digital copy codes that I give you guys every single week over on Patreon. That's all Patreon exclusive. So check that out, guys. If you want to check out some more of my videos, you can check out a few more, including my review of the whole Child's Play franchise by clicking right over here.